Hello and welcome to Be Abundant Now, where evolution is the new revolution. Recently on social media, I created a post asking for subjects and topics that people would like to see on my YouTube channel. I am very thankful for the response and for the input. Today I'm going to be discussing relationships and what I'm learning on this journey about relationships. The first thing that I would like to share my discovery on this journey is regarding relationships. Relationship begins with our relationship with ourselves. How we think about ourselves, what we feel about ourselves, the way we perceive ourselves, and most importantly, our self-dialogue. What are the things that we tell ourselves? It has been reported and that our outer experience is a reflection of it is 95% subconscious programming. This is what creates our reality in the external world. Now, where does the subconscious programming come from? Some of it comes from society, and a lot of it does come from programming we received during early childhood. When we do not heal core wounds, and they are not processed, we will go on to experience some of these things in adult life. It's proven. So, for example, I will use my own experience just to illustrate this point. Like many people, I grew up in a home that was riddled with domestic violence and alcoholism. When I did try to express myself emotionally, I was often ridiculed or criticized for trying to express who I am. Those were some of my core wounds, and not processing them because I didn't understand. We're now in this point of evolution where we're getting to understand that these things actually do affect who we are now. So a lot of those things were unhealed, and so I attracted some very unhealthy experiences in my life at that time based on my core signature frequency. And I had to have all of those experiences in order to heal that. Those people that I attracted into my life had to show me what part of myself needed to be healed. Also, there are all of these lower vibrational, everything has a vibrational frequency, including our emotions. Now, some of the lower vibrational emotions are like shame, guilt, fear, doubt, anger. And then once we can purge some of those lower ones, we can start stepping into a place of neutrality and forgiveness. And learning to be forgiving of others and forgiving of ourselves. This is part of that process. And allowing ourselves to truly process our emotions, because when we feel, we heal. When we allow ourselves to feel the emotion, to process it, and then release it. And once we totally heal from these core wounds, we will no longer even attract unhealthy situations into our lives. From a spiritual perspective, to recognize that we are never separated from God. That was the illusion. I am in Him, He is in me. He is in you. We are one. There is no separation. We are all connected in this web of life. And one of the most beautiful things that we could do for ourselves is to learn how to love ourselves from that divine perspective, unconditionally. Because right now we are in this age of Christ consciousness. this age of unconditional love. And one of his greatest teachings was to for us to love one another as ourselves. Well, it does start from self, and it starts with us learning to love ourselves from that perspective of unconditional love. Because when we can learn to love ourselves from that perspective, we will be able to easily love others from that perspective as well. So this is what I wanted to share so far. I will be delving more into relationships because this subject can have many components to it. But I just wanted to give a brief description of my take on relationships. And if you have any questions or any comments, please comment down below. I would really love to hear some feedback and get your insights and your perspective. Thank you so much, and you have an amazing, blessed, beautiful day.